Is what it doing? How the hell are all of you? With yours truly, Petra. Fucking back with another mother love. You already know the deal. Grab your smoke, grab your drink, and lock with your boy, because we back with another one. Now, this one is going to be a tad bit different because it's a little bit of politics, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You already know what it is. Grab your sack and lock on in.
I put this up because I really want.
Now, this video is old. I've seen it a few times, but it does make a difference. This lady is a lady that openly tells about what critical race theory is and shows in this video. This is just a snippet, but I thought it was kind of important. Let's listen.
Any white person in the room to know up front that this is what we're dealing with, that it's not going to be this coddling of white tears and what that looks like. We're not going to discuss, oh, maybe some of us have worked it out. No, you're always going to be racist, actually. So even when you're on your path to trying to figure out how to be a better human being, because I believe that white people are born.
Look at the room. Just look at the room. And she said, think about this. She said, white people are born. Listen to what she says next. Well, look at all the people in the room. They are literally going to sit here and take this. They're taking this. This lady is literally being an extremely disgusting human being in front of you. Being racist as can be. But yet you're just going to sit there and take it. You're not going to challenge it. You're not going to talk back. You're just going to take it. You're not going to leave the room. You're just going to take it. And people are supposed to have respect for you? People are supposed to have respect for people like this? Oh, hell no. It doesn't make you an ally. It doesn't make you a good person. It makes you a chump. It makes you a sheep. It makes you brainless. It makes you a follower. But yet, y'all will sit there and preach on how you're somehow leading some cause, some movement, some charge, your life, when clearly that's just not the case.
To not being human, like that actually, instead of people of color and black folks being dehumanized, that actually everyone is dehumanized off rip. People are racist. So I put this.
I understood
that everybody is racist off rip is what she said. Or all white people are just racist off rip, and then all people are just dehumanized. Should be dehumanized off rip, as if every race hasn't been dehumanized at some point. But that's not a conversation everybody's ready for. I've seen so many different people have such great outlooks and such great ways to say the truth, to say that, look, there's been some really fucked up things throughout history, and you can't blame everybody for those fucked up things. You got to blame the people that did those fucked up things. And I love seeing when leftists are like, they want to quote Martin Luther King, and they want to talk about the content of people's character. You guys don't care about people's character. You say you go after people when it's convenient. You go after people that just don't like it or agree with what you got to say. And this right here, this next video, I have no clue who this is John Wayne, but I don't think this is the John Wayne is it the John Wayne? It could be. I'm not sure. But he's talking about liberals. Let's listen.
liberal is, maybe I read the wrong dictionary, but I thought that a liberal was a man who would listen to everybody's point of view and then make up his mind what he was going to do. I made up my mind pretty fast, but I don't know of any of these so-called liberals that listen to anything but their own mouth. Pardon my English. I understood liberal.
I don't think he's wrong at all. I don't think liberals, like I said in another past video, is I seen on TikToks on one of these, on like the conservative page or something, that somebody was saying that liberals hate conservatives so much that they want to just destroy everything around them and fuck them included, right? And conservatives are just trying to save liberals from themselves, because if they really do care and want to be so compassionate, this, that, the other thing, all that way, there has to be a limit to the care and the compassion. But yet liberals just don't seem to want to recognize that or go through with that. They just want it their way, only way, like it's BK. But that's the fucked up part. And he has a point here. When I was growing up, I always thought that conservatives was assholes. I'll keep it a buck. Growing up, I didn't really know much about politics, but I didn't think, from what I heard, I thought being a Democrat was the way to go. You know, you're for the people, for the unions, for the business, this, that, the other. I don't think it's like that anymore. And I remember being 18 voting for fucking Mitt Romney because I fucking hated Obama. Didn't like what I had seen him do to so many of my family members. with the regulations, this, that, the other, the cost of inflation. I remember seeing so many people fucking struggle. And it wasn't like they could just get out of the struggle. It just did not stop. But yet, people had to go through it because that's what they had to go through. There was no way out of it. And the more I look at it and the more I think about it, like, I'm not mad that I ever voted for Romney. I still think he was a piece of shit. And I still think he's a piece of shit now. I think he's even a worse piece of shit now. But I'm not going to run from the vote. I know I voted for him because I didn't like Obama. And I thought, better of two evils, right? Yeah. Never thought that one again. And then I started to get more into politics. But the point of it is I really thought that, the Democrats were the tolerant left and that they were really for all the people, the working man. They were there to, keep the government fucking somewhat in check somehow, some way. I was so motherfucking wrong. I was so wrong. And now as an adult, after fucking seeing so many Republicans try to play the motherfucking pander field, it was not hard to turn around and be like, I got conservative values. I'm always stick to them. I'm always stick to those values. But at the end of the day, I really don't care. Like, I don't really want to have the title itself. I'm a misanthrope. Everything can be burning. I don't give a damn. I'm going to make sure mine's straight and mine's protected. That's what it is. And that's what I think every man should do. Worry about your own business. But if you want to put your business out, people are going to talk about your business. But when I see people preach liberalism and their idea is, the government needs to pay for everything. There needs to be free this, free that, free this, free this, free this. I just start thinking like, fuck, no, there doesn't. You got to be able to pull yourself up at some point, even if you got to use your bootstraps. The world is not meant to give you shit. Back way, 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 way back when, the first motherfuckers, cavemen and shit, nobody gave them nothing. They had to go get that shit. When people came over on the boats from like Ireland and shit, had to get that shit. You didn't get no love. After slavery, black people had to go get that shit. Some had it, some didn't. When England and all them shit decided they was going to go everywhere and figure out what the fuck they was going to do, they had to go get that shit. No one was going to give it to them is the whole point here. You got to get up and do something. People ain't just going to give it to you. And if you think people are just going to give it to you, you're going to have a long, long life. And it ain't going to be a fun one. It's going to be a sad one. This guy,
mumps, rubella. You're an idiot. Next question.
I'm not going to stick it on long. I did a whole little snippet video on him. I'm just going to be dropping it. Check it out if you want. He believes that, COVID is 10 times worse than measles, mumps, and rubella, and that all children and everybody else should get shots no matter what. Rah, rah, rah. Even though when you look at the child studies, it looks like a whole lot worse comes from measles and rubella and, mumps when it comes to children. But, I'm not going to have this dude. I'm not going to argue with people that can't wash a Pikachu mask to make it vibrate yellow when it's dirty as green. But do your thing, Bubba. Thanks for blocking me. Thanks for reporting me. And thanks for the argument and running from it. Appreciate you. Dirty ass mask. Dirty ass mask. It's a dirty ass mask, man. I'm not. Ugh. And this is Pikachu. See, I wrote this before I argued with him. He commented back. This video is from the 22nd of fucking October, bro. I probably wouldn't even say some shit back. Isn't Pikachu yellow? Oh, dirty ass boy. Oh, dirty boy. Needs a new mask. Maybe a GoFundMe? Yep. Could definitely get this man a GoFundMe for a new mask. I'm not going to pitch into that shit, but I'm sure there's some lefty out there that's got one of those masks on. Stand by for the boy. Now, we're gonna keep it moving. I don't think there's actually much left of this video. Oh, we got one. Wait, we got one more.
People are
I
racist.
think we have one more. My bad. I didn't mean to restart that shit. Nobody wants to hear her ass talk again. Yeah, we got one more. Panhandle. Could always do that. He looks like he'd be good at it. Anyways, I talked my shit. That's where it all started. Imagine thinking COVID-19 is even close to measles, rubella. Laugh my ass off. Again, y'all weirdos be reaching extra far. And that's something that I will always say to lefties because they be reaching so far you think they'd pull a muscle. And lefties love going after, just about anything. That's when I say when they pull a muscle, they be reaching as far as they can to make shit fit. And then the funniest thing is they be going after conspiracy theorists when they kind of be conspiracy theorists. Now, let's get a laugh at this one. This is some funny shit that I really thought was needed to be spoke on. She says liberal fear versus conservative fear. I don't really think conservatives are very afraid of much. Now, this person said, honey, look around. Most people are fearful, and this is not a perfect world. With that, conservatives do not live in fear as well as we will take on COVID. That's the truth. Conservatives want to keep living their life and just keep it moving. Liberals have done nothing but shack up. But you're going to hear this person talk about compassion and empathy, and that's why we're better. You're fucking lying, just like so many other people on this app. You say you're all empathetic and all compassionate and all this, but you ain't opening your doors to nobody. You ain't giving your last to nobody. Really easy to talk that talk, pander that pander, but not be about that. At least conservatives are honest, unlike you lying scoundrels. Got to love the lies. Got to love the lies.
You know what? You're right. I am fearful.
We know.
But I'm not fearful of getting COVID.
Yeah, you are.
I'm fearful of spreading it to someone whose immune system might not be as strong as mine.
That doesn't matter to you at all. Just
I'm not
talking point.
fearful about poor people mooching off of me. I'm fearful about living in a society where people's basic needs aren't being met.
You're not even concerned about that.
I'm definitely fearful about climate change and what that's going to look like in the next 10 to 20 years.
Sure you are.
I'm fearful about living in a society that is so poorly educated that people are taking horse dewormer instead of a vaccine in the middle of a pandemic.
Some of the best schools in the world.
I'm fearful for my international students who have to deal with racism, which, personal observation, always comes from the right.
Oh,
maybe the
really?
difference
Hold
isn't
on.
that
We're going to
liberals are
pause it right there
fearful.
because we know right there. Racism always comes from the right. So is that why half of liberal Minneapolis wanted to tell the black community it was best for them? Is that not racist? Ally, comrade.
That their fear is rooted in empathy,
Wrong.
not the fear of change and the fear of things that are different. You know,
Conservatives, I don't actually feel are afraid of change or anything different. I think conservatives are accepting of change and things that are different because that's what makes the world a better place in so many different ways. But when you have someone that's like, oh, we're more empathetic and that's why we care more, you're liars and you pander out of your asses to get people to back your plays. And when they don't back your plays, cities burn. Proven that time and time again. You weren't empathetic to those people. They were just another day in the life of a liberal. Let's be fucking honest. Like, when I say that, listen to how this lady goes in on Chris Pratt for just joking about how he loves his wife and how he just might not measure up the best to his abilities. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about bedroom. I'm talking about as a husband. He's like, I undo the pickle jar sometimes, but she does this, and this. But this girl just cannot stand that shit. Can't have it in her world. Because you'll never be with Chris Pratt. You'll never be something that Chris Pratt would have wanted. And you'll never be something that Chris Pratt people, or people that are like Chris Pratt, would want. You are an ugly person. I'm not talking about your looks, your attitude, your personality, the way you go about this. You are ugly. and you know it. So you use your I'd say maybe you use your platform, maybe you use this as a way to voice that about yourself. But let's be honest. You probably are not a nice person, especially if you got to go in on Chris Pratt. Think about you being the problem versus him being the problem, talking about his wife on his page. You didn't have to put your nose in it. You chose to. Hence, ugly.
Shall we? The man that April Ludgate and Anna Faris are way too good for posted this on his Instagram. Guys, for real, look how she's looking at me. I mean, find you somebody that looks at you like that. You know, we met at church. Yeah, I know. We could all tell. We could tell by the fact that she's staring at you like that in a Duggar sort of way, and you're not looking at her, you're looking at the camera and treating her like a prize. Then he
Treating her like a prize. You know, you are no prize, and I don't think any person's gonna be like, that's the shawty, that's the girl I love, that's the girl I rock with. Nobody ever left you this kind of post, and that shit shows. Your jealousy shows. You're mad because this woman is looking at Chris Pratt like she loves the shit out of him. And you're mad because he is smiling at the camera because he is proud of the relationship he has. And the fact that you want to go out on a limb and say, so-and-so is too good for him. So-and-so is too good for him. You are a really, really ballsy person because your opinions really are minuscule to this man, if not even, they don't even exist. This man's never going to watch your weak ass video. Let's be very honest. You're just mad enough that you got to talk shit because you're jealous of this woman. You're probably mad that they met in church. You're probably upset that that's where they met. Well, you want to know what, motherfuckers? If you want to find you a good one, go to church. Do you want to know why I say that? You want to find you a good one? Go to church. Because all that shit, all that thugging, all that savagery, all that thottery, all that shit is normally behind them when they start gracing the doors of a church. They've done turned a new leaf. They want to be more adult-like. They want to find God. Something. But it's a whole lot better than going to the bar and hoping and praying the girl you find just likes to go out on a Friday night for a drink versus that girl be sitting on that motherfucking stool or dancing her ass off in the motherfucking dance floor 5 days a week. Big motherfucking difference. But again, do you, boo-boo. And again, do not worry about anybody meeting at church because I highly doubt you would understand what fellowship is. I'm just saying.
goes on, she's giving me an amazing life, a gorgeous, healthy daughter. Healthy daughter. That was important to put in there, right? Don't you have a son?
Very important. Very important to talk about your daughters. Very important to talk about your sons. But a matter of fact that this post was about him and his wife and his daughter. You're going to go off and be like, why didn't you bring up your son? Do you have kids? Do your kids like you? Because I'm pretty sure they don't. Again, I highly doubt any man has ever, or woman has ever made a post like this about you. And that's why you ride in this high this way. You're so mad. You're so jealous. And we can see it. You are so bitter with your life. But yet, here you are, mad at Chris Pratt's wife.
Wasn't he born premature?
So?
Hasn't he had health issues? Yeah. But don't worry, guys. Her heart is pure. And it belongs to him. He's got.
See, that's that sicko shit. You want to talk about a man's kids. You want to talk about a struggle. Did this lady have that son? Did this lady have the son? Is that the son? Is that the son's biological mom? Because if it's not, then no, he can't say that this lady gave me this beautiful boy. But I bet you, bottom motherfucking dollar, if his son was in that room, in that picture, there'd be a post about that boy too. But you're mad at that. You're mad, so you're trying to use it against him. But again, you look weak, you look pathetic, and you look angry. But it's a lot of what you motherfuckers look like. Mad, angry, upset at the world, bitter. Can't get you a man, can't keep you a man, can't get you a woman, can't keep you a woman. You just fucking mad.
Trophy. They share a Facebook account, don't they? They do. They have.
Look at that ugly ass face, bro. Look at that ugly ass face. Look at that, man. I just, sometimes you just can't with motherfuckers. Sometimes you really got to go for the gullet. You want to go after a man's family. You want to go after a man's boy, his daughter, this, that, the other. You do you. But don't be expecting motherfuckers to be rooting for you. That's some bitch ass shit. That's some bitch made shit. And you know it. And you know you ain't no good for it. But yet you still thought it was pertinent to do it. At the end of the day, you do what you think is best for you. But at the end of the day, you still look like a wild piece of shit. And nobody wants to deal with you. And that's okay, because I don't have to deal with you anyways. You're just content. That shit's just bullshit. You want to get all wild and upset about something, you ain't got nothing to do with you because someone talked about a woman that they love. If that woman was really concerned about that shit, then they would. Then she probably would have said something, but she didn't. Now, the Facebook account comment, you probably have shared a Facebook account. You probably cheated on a dude or a girl cheated on you and you was mad. But you thought having a Facebook account would stop it. But it didn't. But now you sitting making videos about Chris Pratt because you're bitter, mad, and lonely. At the end of the day, gotta do what you gotta do, right? You already know what it is. Stay blessed, stay safe. And stay tuned for the next one. You already know what it is. Peace.